words of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say, it's Stampin' Up and it's our way.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to our Pretty Birds Craft at Home kit class. So for our next card, this is what we are going to be making. So what are you going to need for your supplies? You're going to need your champagne rhinestones from your kit. You are also going to need a soft suede ink pad. You're going to need your bone folder. You're going to need your multi-purpose adhesive or your glue dots. You're going to need your paper piercing tool or your take a pick tool. You're going to need your snips. You're going to need your words, and I'm using the Happiness Abounds Best Wishes. You're going to need your bird that looks like he's looking front on, so that's the little bird there. And then you're also going to need his inner side image as well. Okay. All right, next thing what we're going to need in our kit, you have a couple of things. Okay, so you'll have your base card of Very Vanilla. So give that a score, folding in half, and just burnish that edge. You'll have a piece of crumb cake. Sorry, it's not crumb cake, it is Sahara sand this time. And the Sahara sand, you've got that as well. You also have a piece of the soft suede, and I have already cut out the Eden dies for this. And so what you're going to, I've put the adhesive sheet on it, and all you're going to do is now just take away your image and just cut off the excess. So you're left with that. We will be trimming that as well. So you've got flowers and leaves punched out ready for you. You're going to work on those in a minute. You're also going to have the Eden die cut from the label as well. And you're also going to have leaves. Now I'm actually opting for this card a little bit different because I already have this one done and I have used the fern dies for it. But I'm going to swap out and use these ones, but I'm going to show you how to do both of those. You've got your Very Vanilla cardstock as well to stamp your bird. So let's get started. And what I want you to do is you need to find a background stamp or something that will create a pattern on your crumb cake. So the very thing that I'm going to be using is the stacked stone, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm just going to, I'll leave it in the case. I can't be bothered mounting it. It doesn't matter. It's really rough. All right, and then all we're going to do is press this down. I've done it on this side so you can see how it's going to go. Rough, ready, haphazard, nice and easy. Okay. Just a bit of texture, just a bit of pattern, and then all we do is clean that stamp with our chamois or on our Stampin' Scrub. Okay, so that is our first piece done. Okay, you can use soft suede, you can use crumb cake, you can use whatever brown you actually have. All right, we need this open. So let us grab our Very Vanilla, and we're going to stamp a bird. Do one, you can do two. It's entirely up to you. Oh, look, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Sorry, been a long day. All right, grabbing hold of my drop sheet, going to stamp off, and I'm going to add my inner image, and then I'm going to grab my little saffron marker and just colour in his little feet and his beak. All right, and I might just add a little bit of yellow just to the rest of him, just because I can. Make him a little special. All right, Next thing, what we're going to do is stamp our words, and I've got the ink pad open, so I'm just going to stamp that down. Okay, that is all of our stamping done. So I'm going to cut my little bird out in a second, and what I'm going to do with my chop off the end, and then what I'm doing here is I'm actually just going to go sideways and create a point there for my best wishes. So that's that done. Okay, let's grab hold of our card. Grab your adhesive. Let's glue down our layer onto there like so. Now you have 3 pieces of designer series paper, and we're going to stick down our thinner, narrow, short piece here. Then our long green piece here. And then our fat, stumpy piece here. Okay, too easy. Now, you have a variety of leaves. So in your supplies, you will have 3 of these outline ferned images, and you also have the solid one up here as well. So before we stick that down, I want to actually trim off and glue down this piece from the Eden dies. So eyeball that, see where you want it to cut. So it's going to face this way because I've got my edge here. So I'm going to just trim that off. It needs to come down a little bit more. So I'm happy with that sitting there. Peel away my adhesive sheet, which is awesome because that's so much better than glue. And we're going to pop that down. All right. Now for, like I said, something different I am using the holly, leaves of holly, or the holly berry dies, or whatever they're called, them things. And I'm going to just pop out, not all, but just some of my inner layers. So I want some of them to remain quite solid. So I've done that on purpose. What I've done when I've run it through my die cutting machine, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I've just not gone as heavy with it. So if you do want them to be completely cut out, just run it through again, okay? Sometimes with the intricate dies, they do take a bit of work to actually get, and I'm okay with that because I do want that point of difference. So I actually don't want them to be completely cut out. I'm happy with having a little bit of the inner layer of the leaf showing. But to secure those, if you wanted to, feel free to grab your adhesive and glue them down, because they will actually help that too. So I'm going to position my 3 leaves here and my words. Okay, so first thing is, let's pop some adhesive on here, and I'm wanting my words to sit about there, and I'm just touching it with the liner of the card. Okay, then I'm going to glue this leaf just to here, like so. Then adding my other leaf, and again just a light spreading of adhesive. Put that out of the way. Down he goes, and pop that down. And now, what you're going to do with the flower and leaves, so with the flower and leaves punches, let's start that. You're going to grab your bone folder. You're going to take your leaves, take the petals, and you're just going to burnish and break up the fibres in those petals. Now, take it, squish it, hold it, squish it, and crunch. Next one. Burnish, fold it up, scrunch. So I really want that real depth to come in to my flowers. Take the next one. Fold it, fold it, fold it, scrunch, and just gently open it back up again. So I have two big, and I want a small on this one. Fold it up, fold it up, fold it up, and squeeze. And blob of glue. Then you're going to alternate, and this is where I like to have the take a pick tool. I just want, because if I stick my finger in there, it's going to sort of flatten out my my flowers. Now with this card, it is a little harder to send because it is got some few layers to it. So just be aware of that, and then just holding that down. And I'm okay with it being a little lopsided because not every flower is ever so perfect. So go with it. Let me just, now it's all moving the opposite direction I want, of course. So go like that. Get over there. There we go. Hold it down. Wait till it sticks. All right, next one. So I've got my big one. Do my other big one. Fold, 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 and crush. And then a little one. Fold, fold. Bendy, bendy. Squishy, squishy. And there we go. And then you'll have one single one on its own, like so. All right, so we've got our big, our small. So blob of glue, stick that into there, just gently put that there. Give it a second. Next blob of glue. Like so. Now you're going to take your champagne rhinestones, and using the small ones, just hook that onto there, and then of course that happens, get off, get on. There we go. All right, so press him down. There we go. And one in our little flower here. If I can get it off, smush him onto there. And then our third one, just gently into there, push that down. All right, so we are done with that. All right, while that's just setting and gluing, I'm going to cut the little birdie out now with the dies. Okay, so let's grab our card back in, and I sort of want to put my flowers somewhat together in a clump over here, and my little bird sticking in there. All right, so none of it is raised up, so I'm just going to glue my bird down, and then blob of glue. Just press that and hold it for a sec. And then other one. And yep. And then my third one. Blob of glue. Now if you find that they're just sort of collapsing a little bit, your flower, feel free to push them back up again. Give them a bend. Just remember you can break those fibres in that just so that they look somewhat there. All right, so that is our next card. So they are the two variations, again just showing you how to do different leaves. That's all that is. So in your kit you'll have these leaves, and I've just shown you the variation of it in the holly and holly dies. All right, so I'll see you on the next card. Bye.
What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love.